Okay, what if I told you in just 9 weeks you can run your fastest 5K ever? No complicated plans, no guesswork, just one key session each week that's proven to make you faster, stronger, and more race ready than ever before. I'll break down a powerful 9-week plan to help you crush your 5K personal best. Each week, you'll complete one focused interval session designed to progressively build your speed, endurance, and mental toughness. I'm Lee Grantham, a coach and elite runner who went from a pretty average marathon time of 4 hours 25 minutes to running a marathon in 2 hours and 21 minutes and running 100K in 6 hours and 42 minutes and representing my country in both the marathon and ultra marathon. I was able to do this by training smarter and not harder. So if you think you're just scratching the surface to your potential and you want to find out exactly how far you can go with smart methodical training, please get in contact by booking a call. You can find the link in the description. It doesn't matter how fast you're trying to run this 5K, and you won't know yet until you've got through the weeks and the specific sessions just how fast you can go. But we're gonna work with a volume in this interval session of between 5 and 6 kilometers. So session number 1 is 2.5K times 2 with just 60 seconds rest in between. So if you're used to running 5K, you'll know how hard it gets in that 4th and 5th kilometer. What we're doing by breaking it into only 2 is gradually approaching this speed training, gradually implementing that skill of you moving gradually faster over the ground. What it will feel like are long reps with just a short recovery in between, and you're going to focus on getting your breathing under control and bringing your heart rate down from high to low so that you can attack that second 2.5 kilometer rep. Week 2. The interval session is just 3 times 2 kilometers with 60 seconds rest in between. So again, long reps, 2 kilometers, but not as long as 2.5 kilometers. But we're working with a bigger volume of 6 kilometers. What that should feel like is you're probably able to push faster than that 5K pace, but control yourself and be between 5K and 10K pace. And if that needs to be 10K to half marathon pace to begin with, to gradually get used to building that faster you over the ground, then so be it. Work on pacing the reps, each rep individually, but also the 3 reps, and work on the recovery during those 60 seconds, getting your breathing under control again and bringing your heart rate from high to low so that you can pace the whole session. Week 3, 4 times 1.5 kilometers with 60 seconds rest in between. So the rep length is coming down, and we're getting a little bit more rest for the distance that we're covering. The total volume again is 6 kilometers. What that's gonna mean is you're able to push a little bit more. Now that we're in the 3rd week and you know what 2.5 and 2 kilometers felt like, it's likely because this is broken up a little bit more, you can push and you can get into that 5K rhythm. The key to remember here is consistency. It might feel like you're getting used to it and you're getting that added fitness and that you can go faster. But if you keep all of these sessions under control and finish each session like you could do another 1 to 2 reps if pushed, that's a great place to be, and it's going to help you build that consistency over the weeks. Week 4. 5 times 1.2K with 60 seconds rest in between. So again, 6 kilometers worth of volume, but we're breaking it into 5. So that means 5 minutes of rest rather than 4 minutes the week before. Again, we feel as if we can go a little bit faster, but keep that under control, keep that consistency over the weeks. It will serve you well in the long term. Week 5, so we're past halfway, and this is a big session. No matter where you're at in your training and what you're training for, whether it's 5K to marathon to ultra marathon, this will always be a great test for me. And that's 6 times 1 kilometer with 60 seconds rest in between. So you're keeping the heart rate elevated throughout the entire session because you've only got 60 seconds rest in between, which helps you to pace the entire session. There's more reps, there's 6 reps instead of 5 or 4, so we feel as if we can go faster over the ground. And then you start to get an idea of what you are capable of in just 4 or 5 weeks after the rest of the training and a taper in the 5K race. I would know by this point, if I can do 6 times a kilometer with just 60 seconds rest in between in 3 minutes per kilometer, I know that I'm in 15-minute shape for 5K. Week 6, another classic. 8 times 800 meters with 60 seconds rest in between. And now that the rep length is getting shorter, it's gonna feel like you've got more recovery just in the same 60 seconds. So you're able to bring the heart rate down quicker and with this practice over the weeks. It's now going to feel like you've inserted that skill of running faster over the ground, and it's getting gradually quicker over the weeks, but you're letting the pace come to you. And in a session like 8 times 800 meters, there's nowhere to hide. Those are great rep lengths, and it's a great distance to be able to really push. And this is where your speed development really kicks in. Week 7. Now we're really starting to motor, and we're really starting to sharpen up towards our 5K goal. You're gonna do 10 times 500 meters with 60 seconds rest in between, only 5 kilometers worth of volume, and you're gonna start feeling that. The week before, 6.5K of volume, now 5K of volume. So you're able to push. Just a few weeks before, you were doing kilometer reps, 2 kilometer reps and 2.5 kilometer reps. So all of a sudden you're moving so much faster over the ground and you're in control of it, and that's the best part. Week 8, 12 times 400 meters with 60 seconds rest in between. Again, it's that 400 meter rep. It's brilliant. It's like an 800 meter rep or a kilometer rep, but we can go even faster, and therefore it's more difficult to judge. So although we're sharpening our speed skills, although we're implementing that even faster running over the ground, it's all about control. 12 times 400 meters, just 4.8 kilometers worth of volume, and we're really focused on being controlled with our speed moving over the ground. And again, that's another good indicator pace-wise of what you can hold in that session with 60 seconds rest in between each rep as to what you can hold for the 5K distance. Week number 9, so we're almost there. We're almost ready to tackle our 5K PB. This is a testing session. It's testing because there's a lot of reps and we're going quick in these reps. 20 times 300 meters with 60 seconds rest in between. Pacing that session, much more difficult than pacing 2 times 2.5K. We're doing 6 kilometers worth of volume, and we're doing that faster than 5K pace. So we want to be feeling like 5K pace is comfortable for as long as possible on race day, ideally until that 4th or 5th kilometer. Now you can leave it just 10 days from here and really go at a 5K time trial, a 5K race, or a park run. This will give you that 20 times 300 meters will give you the zip in the legs that you need in order to tackle that distance and feel fresh on the start line as well, as long as the rest of the week is brought down in volume and you're focused on exactly that, keeping the zip in the legs. Consistency is the key. It's not about one great session or one great week. It's about following this plan consistently over the 9 weeks. And then you'll be ready to set a new 5K PB. Remember, it's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things well. Trust the process, hit the paces, but control the sessions, and then watch your 5K time drop. I hope you found that useful. The way that is designed is to help you gradually get into speed. So starting with longer reps, gradually get into shorter reps that really work for you. I've tried that method and it absolutely works. So let me know in the comments below, which of those sessions is your favorite and which one are you going to be trying next?